Good morning, naturalists. It is now time for our live Q&A session. Right now, I'm here with Miss Pam. Miss Pam, go ahead and say hi to everyone.
Hello.
And we're going to be starting to answer some questions that you guys sent us. You sent us some really good questions this week. So the first question we got was, how can birds hang upside down while they eat? I know that would make me sick. And, I looked into it a little while ago, and I'm not sure exactly why. Pam, do you know?
I was gonna say the claws on their feet.
Yeah, but that doesn't answer whether or not, how it keeps them from getting sick.
Oh, no.
So, but yeah, I can tell you why they do it. I can tell you how they do it. I just can't tell you how they don't get sick doing it.
That's true.
But for a lot of birds, the reason why you'll see them hanging upside down, either from a bird feeder or a branch, is so that they can get a better view of the food around them. It's kind of looking at things from a different perspective.
And not all birds do that.
Right, not all birds can do that. I think I would laugh if I saw a bald eagle upside down eating a fish or something. So, but yeah, especially smaller birds have those stronger leg muscles as well as specially designed toes that allow them to do that. You can especially see that with birds such as nuthatches, which you'll see crawling down the sides of trees. But otherwise, I am going to be looking more into that to see if I can get you an answer. The next question we got this morning was, I live in Rogers, and I want to know what kinds of things I might see in my yard this week. And I can tell you a little bit about what we've been seeing out here at the Science Center. Pam, do you want to just say a few things that you've seen out here this week that they might see in town too?
Yeah, a lot of wildflowers. You might see the spring beauties. They've been around for a while. So you might see a lot of those spring flowers pop up, or if you have one of the red buds or dogwoods in your yard, you might see them in bloom too.
Yeah, so a lot of those. And then also, we got some reports last week in from Hummingbirds and Rogers, and I can tell you here at the Science Center, we just got our first hummingbird of the season this morning. You might have even been able to see it on our live video. There was a time period when it was flying around a chipping sparrow trying to scare it off, which is very silly because they eat very different things. But I saw my first monarch butterfly of the year this week. So keep your eyes open for those large orange and black butterflies making their way up from Mexico. They're going to be laying their eggs on milkweed plants. I have heard that there are already monarch butterflies laying eggs in the Eureka Springs area.
Wow.
So we are seeing some really exciting action.
Plus some other butterflies. We've been seeing a lot of swallowtails here at the center.
Yes, so a lot of our swallowtail butterflies, those large, beautiful butterflies, have been out here as well. Another question that we got this week was, why do so many fruits taste good to birds, and why do they produce so many of them? So, and this kind of goes along really well with our decomposition theme. And so the answer to that is, imagine that you are a raspberry bush, for example, and you want to make lots of little raspberry bushes. So you produce all of these seeds, and then they fall right at the base of the plant. Think about where all of those babies are going to be growing.
Well, without animals, they would be growing at the base of the plant.
Yeah, so, if your seeds taste good, or if your fruit tastes good, they'll be eaten by animals. And a lot of those seeds actually have a special coating around them to help them from being digested by the animals. So when that bird flies away and, poops somewhere, that scat has all those seeds in a new place, but also that scat is full of those nutrients and lots of good energy for that plant to start growing. It's kind of giving it a head start. So I'm just checking in. I'm going to check and see if we've gotten any more questions in the last couple minutes. But otherwise, you guys asked us some really good questions this week. here's another one about seeds. So this one is, we saw a lot more birds at the bird feeder in the past couple weeks than we've seen today. Why might that be? And there's a couple different reasons for that. The first one has to do with their diet. This time of year, a lot of birds are switching from a seed-based to an insect-based diet. And if you think about why, those insects have a lot more of that protein and fat that those birds are going to be needing to build up their energy to feed their young. But also, Miss Pam, have you noticed that there have been different kinds of birds at the feeder, or some kinds are missing?
Right, right. So as you switch from winter to spring to summer, there's different migrants that come through.
And so I've been seeing a lot fewer of our finches, and also I've only seen one of those dark-eyed juncos that we were seeing a lot of a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And a lot of them have started making their way north for the summer. And so we'll probably start seeing more of those southern migrants making their way up in the next couple weeks, just like we saw those chipping sparrows that first week, and just like we saw our first hummingbird this week. So keep your eyes open, and you might see some of those birds at your feeder as well. So it's kind of that quiet period, but you never know what you might find. With that, I think that is all of our questions, but if you didn't get a chance to ask your question yet, please feel free to still send them in, and we will respond to them next week. Thank you guys for checking us out this week on ONSC Live. Hope you guys have a chance to get out there and explore, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, and this is a little bit of bonus material for our YouTube viewers. This is not on our Facebook Live post. Here is a little gray squirrel that has been hiding just outside of reach of our feeder cam. He looks like he is enjoying the sunshine this morning and waiting for us to move out of the way in order to get in at those bird feeders. So thank you guys for popping in and checking us out, and we'll be back next week with another video.